Man, that is just tough. They're playing good defense, but sometimes defense only works against the opponents, and if your teammates don't put in the wrong target, the defense does not click in. What can I say? It is a game 1 win for TOS. They deserved it. Well played by versus Virgins in the first game as well, but you cannot get away with an own goal like that. You have to pay for that one. So they have. Hopefully they will regain from that, and we see a game 2 that perhaps goes in the favor of the orange team, so that we can get a game 3 here. Overall, though, fantastic performance by GC. Even without that own goal freebie, he still had nearly 600 points. Oki definitely struggling a little bit to maintain his relevancy in the midfield as the tapping merchant. Perhaps it is time for him to consider the Fennec. Well, let's see. Let's see how it goes. But for now, 1-0 in favor of the boys in blue.
Yeah, I think we were all anticipating this particular game to go towards an overtime had we not seen the absolute mishap on the defensive end that is versus Virgins. Unfortunately, they're going to have to let go of that game, see what they can make up for here in game number 2. But we haven't seen a game number 3 on stream just yet. And I'm getting a little antsy. I hope we do see one this series. This is probably one of the tighter matches that we've had on stream thus far into the tournament. Hopefully versus Virgins able to pick it up here in game number 2, Faison.
Well, I sure hope they do, because I'd like to see a game 3. I want to see a close series. I want the stakes to be high, And we have to remember this is the first round of uppers, meaning that whoever loses here... Wait, we were waiting.
We are waiting. We do have a technical issue on our hands, unfortunately, folks. So hopefully you can get that resolved quite soon. I think we are missing Smarties. Looks like he is out. He is MIA for just a second. Hopefully should return relatively soon though.
Should we give him the 3-minute timer that he wanted to give other people in order to forfeit a game?
It's a game, Cash. Let him come back. It's Smarties, by the way. He's the type to come back the second that his game launches. So until then, we patiently wait.
That would be very funny though, after everything he said in chat complaining, for him to be the person causing his team to lose a forfeit. It'd be pretty funny.
Okay, chat. We have hopefully just a minute or two though. People are getting a little impatient though. Players in particular, they want to get this game started. They are hungry, especially with the little bit of momentum that versus Virgins may have gotten at the tail end of game number 1. They can't afford to let that go. They need everything they can get here in game number 2. They can't afford to get iced out.
For game 2, I'm just sure that they're just going to, the plan here for versus Virgins is to just do what Xenon did, but on the other net, and I believe they can win. It's definitely doable. That was a very close game. Den is a pretty good player. He's carrying the air, but it is what it is. This guy's not really good. They're flaming their own teammate. That is actually so funny.
Yep. We patiently await Smarties. After a little bit of technical issues, has unfortunately had to restart his game. And until then, we have a little bit of time to chill. It's been a pretty... Well, it's not been the most fast-paced tournament, but it's definitely been a little bit stressful at times. A lot of things happening here and there, definitely a little bit difficult to keep track of. So now's a good time to shout out all of our tournament organizers, notably Sanju and Heisen, for putting in all the work to keep all of these teams together, composed, and somehow keeping this engine chugging forward. That being said, it's time. Game number 2.
Yeah, I do have to give that credit to Sanju. I've done pretty much nothing. I came up with the rule book, and then I went AFK for a week. He did everything else. Bro's the GOAT. And right now, Shanks is the GOAT. What a shot! Already in, bro. Oh my god. Ooh, the miss mods. Tough.
You can tell versus Virgins quite hungry, especially after having let go of game number 1 in such a phenomenal fashion. They are very hungry to get this game going. They need every goal they can get. They need every touch they can get. There's a bump opportunity by Xenon as he lunges deep into the net of TOS looking for a connection, but TOS keep themselves within 1.
Then make sure to stick the ball into the opponent's half there. Kind of double commits with his teammate, but it's okay. I understand the feeling of seeing your teammate kind of just, waffling around the ball and just wanting to get it done, but you can't do that, especially when it's only been 40 seconds. You have to give your teammates time and space to work, because when you give them time and space to work, this is what they do. The tap-in motion strikes again. Mr. Oki, as always, just at the right place, right time, puts the ball in the net. It's a dub. Yes, sir, it is.
Dub indeed, finding the equalizer here for TOS, and we got a much closer game on our hands. It's just what we expected back in game number 1. We thought we were gonna go the distance, and now versus Virgins, hoping they'll be able to enact on that. It's Xenon over to Shanks. There's a shot on target as Shanks.
Ooh,
oh my goodness, but TOS, the blue wall, nothing getting past them right now, Heisen.
I'm pretty sure that one is trademarked. Very well done by
right.
very well done by the TOS wall here, the terms of service, you know, text wall. They're doing very well. Oki controlling the ball, trying to set up a play. Dan once again forcing his teammate. I'm not too sure what he's planning to do there, but probably not working. Tries to bench the ball, manages to get the ball to come back to the midfield. Oki once again with tap-in activities. His teammate refuses to maintain the play. I think he'd better just get some boost there. Once again, DC and Oki double committing. I think DC's getting a little bit antsy here. He does not like seeing Oki scoring all the goals. I think he wants the points for himself.
That's a team game after all, as long as the goal goes into the back of the net. I'm definitely not one to complain, and I'm sure neither TOS nor versus Virgins are as well. It's Shanks over from the infield. Unfortunately, he's met his fate in Smarties, who's able to intercept, able to get a little possession going, but Versa all the way around town, it's midfield, and Shanks, no, is just off target. A heartbreak for versus Virgins.
Like this, bro. I can't believe that's not in. Like, they need these goals, especially with, you know, the possibility of Xenon flipping, you know, switch and play for the blue team. They really can't afford to give up these freebies. And, you know, it's one of the old tales of soccer, football, whatever sport you want to call it. If you don't score, you concede. You can't be giving up these opportunities, because very often the counter that will come will be very fast, very quick, very efficient, and they will not be missing what you just did. So yeah, 2-1 here. Blue team, TOS, back with the lead this time. No own goals involved in all of that, but the result will be the same. They have about 2 minutes left to try and make something work. Otherwise, we're going to be progressing with the upper bracket by following TOS and not versus Virgins.
Yeah, versus Virgins, still another chance here. If they were to lose here in game number 2, still have the possibility to duke it out in the lower bracket and give themselves another shot at life. Now it's versus Virgins, once again looking for a bit of offense. Shanks shot slightly off target this time around. He uses the last of his small boost in his tank in order to get versus Virgins a little bit more possession, buy themselves a little bit more time, but TOS slowly but surely breaking themselves out.
Ooh. That is tough. Great clear by Oki just before Versa put the ball on target. Oki struggling to collect boost pads. Missed all of them. On 12 boost right now. 0, 12, 24, 0. Kind of tough. I feel it, bro. I've been there. Especially when you're, like, you know, playing a very fast game and you're not used to the speed of play. In 3v3, it's very common for you to find yourself with low boost, with so many players going for the big pads, and you just have to rely on the small pads. Right now, he needs to make sure that, especially for the future rounds, you know, when you're running to teams like Little's Minions that are also a top seed, you know, it's time to, you know, start considering the minor things, the intangibles, you could call, you know, boost management, slightly better positioning, and also the demo game that I see not coming out of TOS as much as I would like. If you're going to play against a guy like Entry in the next round, you need to be ready for that, you know, because if you don't demo that guy, if you don't take his boost, he is going to triple reset pancake, musty double tap cycle on you, you know? It is what it is.
Yep, especially for a player with some phenomenal mechanics up his sleeves, you never quite know what he's going to whip out. And this is a good match for both these teams to bite their teeth up against. Get ready for that next one, because it's going to be a doozy So far, TOS looking like they might just lock out the sweep. Only a few seconds here for versus Virgins to show what they are made of. Shanks does his best to keep the play alive, but Oki is all over it. Keeps the ball inside the corner, sends it down. TOS. That's a sweep, baby.
Sir.
Alrighty, let's take a look at our bracket. I don't know what we got next on our hands, Heisen. Do you know?
We're gonna go with the lower bracket for now.
Sweet.
We're gonna play the first 2 games of the lower bracket and then move up back to the upper bracket.
Sounds good. We got a lower bracket stream on our hands. We got a couple options here. I think we could go in between Kra and Lee versus... Actually, I'm not entirely sure who's lost the first game. I think it's pretty obvious.
I'm not too sure
but I don't want to make an
I
assumption.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you never know, but I'm pretty sure, you know.
Alright, chat. Then we're gonna go ahead and take a minute or two, go ahead and get set up for our next match on stream. Stay tuned. We got lots of good games coming your way, and we're getting close to the semifinals and then the grand finals, baby. It all goes up from here. Talk to y'all soon.